Welcome to SAT 021. The topic of this lesson is linear equations and the properties of equality. Linear equations are equations in which the exponent of the variables is 1. Let's look at several examples and determine whether they are linear equations or not. The first one, x equals 2. There is only one variable x, but it's to the first power. So yes, it is a linear equation. The second one is similar, y equals -3. The exponent of y is 1. So yes, it is. The third one, x plus 1 equals y. There are two variables, but still the exponent of each is still 1. So yes, it's linear. Next one, x squared plus 2 equals 6. So there is only one variable, but it's x to the second power. So it's not a linear equation. And then the last one, y equals x squared minus 8. Okay, so there are two variables, but the exponent of x is 2. So it's not linear either. To solve linear equations, we need to transform the equation into an equivalent equation by applying inverse operations. So we can add the same number to each side of the equation if the original equation, if the original operation was subtraction. We can subtract if the original operation was addition. We can multiply the same number to each side, and we can divide the same number to each side if the original operation was multiplication. You may not notice that applying inverse operations is the same thing as using the properties of equality. We have addition property of equality, adding the same number to each side of the equation. We have subtraction property of equality, multiplication property of equality, and the division property of equality. But remember, we need to divide a non-zero number to each side of the equation. Otherwise, it will be undefined. The fraction will be undefined. Now let's look at a practice question. So in this equation, there are variables on each side, and actually there are fractions on each side. So it's a good idea to multiply 2 to each side of the equation. So now on the left side of the equation, no more fractions left. And then we distribute the number outside the parenthesis to the terms inside. So no more fractions left. And then we subtract 3 to each side to move the constant term to the right side of the equation. And then we add x to each side to move the variable x to the left side of the equation. And then we simplify. For x equals 7, we divide 4 to each side, and we get the final answer, x equals 7/4. Now let's look at another practice question. The monthly cell phone cost for Carmen was $66.65 last year. Her monthly price has increased to $70.84 this year due to a rate hike. What percentage did Carmen's mobile bill go up by to the nearest 10th of a percent? And there are A, B, C, D, 4 choices. Okay, so there is a rate hike. So that means the price went up on top of the 100% as last year. Let X represent the percent of mobile bill increased. And since the cost was $66.65, so we can write the left side of the equation as 66.65 times parenthesis 100% plus X. The addition indicates it's a rate hike. And then the cost after the increase was $70.85, so that the equation equals 70.84. Now let's solve this equation. So first change the 100% to 1, and then we try to isolate x by dividing. And then we subtract 1 to each side, and finally the x is by itself. Now the calculation is about 0.063, which is 6.3%. Okay, so that's C. Okay, Let's look at one more practice question. Michael likes to drink orange juice. He prefers 15% orange juice since he feels 25% is too strong, but 10% is too light. Unfortunately, only 10% and 25% orange juice is available for purchase. To obtain orange juice of 15%, how many liters of 25% must Mike add to 3 liters of 10% orange juice? Okay, so there are a lot of percentage around, but do not feel intimidated. Remember this. The amount of pure orange juice does not change before and after the mixture. Okay, so that didn't change. Okay, so first, let X liters of 25% orange juice will be added. And then we're going to form an equation like this. On the right side of the equal sign, 15% times X plus 3, that's the amount of pure orange juice, 100% orange juice after the mixture. 15% is the resulting percentage, and then X plus 3, that's the total amount of liquid afterwards, after mixture. On the left side of the equal sign, there are two parts, right? Since we see addition here. So 25% times X, that's the pure orange juice from 25% liquid added. And then 10% times 3, that's the pure orange juice from the 3 liters of 10% orange juice. Okay, so this is an equation. And then we change percentage to decimals, and then distribute the 0.15 to the terms inside the parenthesis. And then we move the constant term to the right side. And then we move the variable terms to the left side by subtracting 0.15x. And then finally, we solve x equals 1.5 liters. Okay, that means 1.5 liters of 25% orange juice must be added. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching.